Hey, I just want to make a quick video about my coding this morning. I'm really excited about it. I've been messing around with delegates and specifically delegate multicasting, as you can see by my class name. I just want to run through the code, explain the different parts of it, and then we're going to run it and see what happens. So essentially, as I said, I have my class, and then I have essentially two really important methods. I have something called program, which is essentially my main, or it's basically what I'm running, which I'll explain later, and then I have this one that says take a long time. This method, basically just in concept, is do a task that spans, it could be really high complexity, it just takes a long time to do. So what we do is we use this thing called system.threading.thread sleep. It just basically says, please delay whatever I'm doing each loop, so keep that in mind. Now, I mentioned delegates earlier. I want to scroll up here. I've made a public delegate called progress. It doesn't return anything, but it takes the parameter int x. That's important because remember when I said that function is going to take a long time and take a long time? Well, I'm going to want to record the progress and see what's going on in the code. So what I've done here is I've made two static methods, which I'm going to be using in conjunction with the delegate eventually. So I've made something called print to console, and then I've made something called print to file. And like the delegate, they both take an integer as a parameter, and they each print to the console and print to a file. If you look in my main class or my program, you can see that the first thing I do is I create a variable of my delegate, right? So I'm saying my delegate is equal to my method, and the first thing I wanted to do is print to console. Now, this is the cool part about delegate multicasting, is that you can actually add methods together. So what happens here is when I say print to console plus equals print to file, when I run the program, it will print to console first, and then it will print to the file, and we'll actually see that in real time. And the last thing I do is I run the take a long time function with my delegate, right? So I have type progress, which if I scroll up really quickly, that is also the delegate type. And then I have p, which is what I'm calling the delegate, right? So now every time I call p, I times 10, so this is going to give me my progress in terms of a percentage, right? So it's going to print to console, and then it's going to print to the file. Let's watch that. Running from the command line with .NET Run. And I want you to look here in the console, in the terminal, and I want you to look here in the output file. I'll run it twice just so you can see both viewpoints. Okay, now as you noticed, it was like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's because we stalled it, so it was going slower than my system normally would. And it's cool because when I'm just saying pi times 10, it's actually running here. And then now I would wanted to redirect your eyes to the file, which is kind of the cool part. It's updating in real time as well, which is really cool. So that's delegate multicasting for you. Just adding methods together to do something. Thank you. Bye. Have a good one.